Hey, my name is Jimmy, the Bearded Biker with Moto Nation USA, and recently I was able to take part in the Pan America Experience. The Pan America Experience is getting the Harley Davidson dealerships ready for the new Harley Davidson Pan America, which is an adventure touring bike. It's an off-road, on-road bike. And as you can see from these photos, how our training went, how our exposure went, and I'll give you a brief overview. So initially when we got out there, they taught us how to pick up the bike because we would be dropping it. Then they wanted us to give us some off-road experience and how to handle the bike. As you can see from these photos, we're learning how to steer the bike. Steering off-road is a little bit different than steering on-road. You stand on your pick and you lean away from the direction that you're going to be turning to. As you can see, there are instructors, they had cones out there. This was all part of day one, and we're learning how to handle the motorcycle in off-road conditions. It handles a little bit differently. Harley Davidson's is known for their great street bikes, but this is a whole new market, and they wanted to get us some exposure so we know how to connect with and talk to those customers. These are our emergency braking procedures that you see right there. So they wanted us to be able to stop the motorcycle in emergency situations. They had us drag the rear tire, had us drag the front tire, and so forth. Whenever we stopped and took a break and received additional instructions, we stood underneath these pavilions like this. And at the end of the day one, we crossed a sand pit. It was kind of an experience. Loose sand is very treacherous on off-road riding, and this is very loose sand and it's very deep. Leaning back is one of the keys that they told us to do, lean back way over, and we had some people fall. Many people fell, but as we fell and we learned and we made the most of it. Yes, we made the most of it. Conquering our fears and continuing to move on, we made it through that sand pit. As you can see from these photos, pretty spectacular. The bike handled beautifully. It's a very spectacular, it's a very awesome motorcycle. You can see some other people's reviews about it. People more knowledgeable, engineers, professional riders, all have good things to say about this motorcycle, and you can see those all over YouTube at this current time. And this was the last exercise of day one. After that, they took us out to the motocross track. Motocross track is a huge track capable of holding all 21 motorcycles, and they let us have fun. They said, "We gave you all the tools you need to be able to ride this bike off-road, go to town, have fun, do the best you can." And we as students picked up that challenge and took these bikes across the motorcycle track, and we did that. We had a great time. You can see us flying around the track here. These are pictures of not only me, but my classmates, all of us cruising around on the motorcycle. The pictures are taken by one of our instructors who was out there watching us. We had a great time, a blast. This is the very end of our day one training. And you can see some of the spectacular sights. The bike catching some air. It was an awesome motorcycle ride, awesome experience. Day two was us using all the lessons that we've learned from day one and riding the bike off-road. They took us through the Mojave Desert. We went through Chimney Creek Road. You can just Google that, and went off-road up Chimney Creek Road. And then we took the bikes down 9 Mile Canyon Road, and then we went over the Los Angeles Aqueduct through the Mojave Desert. All these pictures here are us going through the Mojave Desert. Mojave Desert was different than I pictured it. I was thinking something more like the Sahara, but the Mojave Desert's a different desert, and I've never been there before, so it was very enlightening experience. I learned what it was. And you can see us coming down the trail in these pictures that are coming up. This is day 2, as I was talking about. And all the different, there were 21 students. That's the chase vehicle that followed us in case anything happened to any of the riders or a bike broke down. No bikes did break down, but the instructor who was there did make a slight adjustment to his. And even though we were in the Mojave Desert, we did get one opportunity to cross some water. And this is it. This was our water crossing. We didn't cross a lot. This is the only time that we ever encountered any water other than in bottles in the Mojave Desert, and this was it. And one of our instructors crossing the water. This place is a place called 9 Mile Canyon Vista Point Ridge. And we were up there. This is us back at Zakar Motorcycle Training Academy, getting our certificates when we've completed the class, taking our final pictures. That was the compound that we trained at. Those are the certificates that we got.